father's pride, a son's tragedy, feeling lost, but being strong, persevering, and carrying on a tradition. Success in the deer woods doesn't come easy. You can't buy it. You have to earn it. You can choose your own results through a year of work, adventure, preparation, and scouting, a lifetime of learning, and even a bit of luck. All of this gives us opportunity, the opportunity to dream that all of the work, practice, and dedication might pay off, and to share that dream with the next generation, and to head into a stand with that dream. That at any given moment you may have earned the chance to spend just a moment in time with a legend.
Stealth Cam presents Dean Partridge's Canadian Whitetail, brought to you by Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. Excalibur Crossbow, the most durable and accurate crossbows on Earth. The Heater Bodysuit, the ultimate cold weather hunting garment. Nocturnal Lighted Nox, switch on accuracy and let it glow. The Raculator, score your trophy fast, easy, and accurate. Glendale, the biggest and toughest 3D targets in the universe. Muddy, serious gear for serious hunters. New archery products, hunt with confidence. Hoyman, your land, your legacy. Tacticam, share your hunt. Old Timer Knives, built for generations. And by Stealth Cam, proven reliability, proven quality, proven performance.
When the news came in that Jason had passed in a tragic plane accident, one of my first thoughts was of young Cole Peterson. Sons and fathers are often tight, but these two, Cole and Jason, were best friends. It didn't matter how young Cole was or where Jason was going, chances were they were going together. And you could clearly tell how much Cole loved being outdoors, and how much he loved spending that time with his father. Even if Jason was away, Cole would come with me or one of Jason's other friends if it meant getting to be in the field. And as time went on, and Cole grew older, so grew were the adventures that he would go on with his dad. And with Cole nipping on Jason's heels on each outing, it was just a matter of time before Cole was behind the bow himself.
That's a big one. Good job, buddy. You drilled him. Cole just shot his first archery whitetail. I am so proud of you, buddy. I am so proud of you. Oh, right on, buddy. Here. Oh, I have so much fun with you kids.
From his first whitetail in Texas to spot and stalking at 11 years old, it was like watching a miniature Jason evolve.
Pig hunt just turned into a sheep hunt. That was quick, eh?
You could feel the pride that Jason had in Cole and how he loved this time together in and out of the outdoors. Well, in one of the most exciting times to be a boy, and one of the most exciting times to be a boy's father, tragedy struck, and Jason was taken from young Cole's life without warning in a sudden plane accident. It was unbelievable, shocking, and unfair, and that's only what I felt, let alone the tragedy and heartbreak for young Cole. His best friend, his mentor, his father, stolen from his life when he needed him most. Then we all knew that nothing would ever be the same. We also knew that if there was one thing that could even begin to comfort, even begin to heal Cole, and one place that he could still be with his father, it would be in the outdoors. And we were just weeks away from what was to be Cole's first Saskatchewan whitetail season, not even knowing if the young man would want to go.
We'll be right back with more television. Television. I know, I said that.
Could you try one more time before there's a big fight?
This segment brought to you by AAE. Innovation and integrity is in our blood. Quality and dependability is in our products. This segment of Canadian Whitetail has been brought to you by Bog. More than just a shooting rest. Bog. Engineered for the unknown.
Well, if Cole wanted to head back into the woods just weeks after losing his father was a question. It was quickly answered when speaking with Cole. Always the guide, just like his father. At just 12 years old, Cole already had his own deer picked out and wanted to head in to get things set up. This day, going to set up Cole's spot with the kids, the only thought that I had was of just how proud Jason would be, of how mature, dedicated, and strong Cole was being in the face of everything. Where do you think he's coming from? With a plan in place, the kids all dug in to get set up, and just watching them do this themselves, watching Cole this day is a memory that I'll never forget. And I think everyone could feel Jason's smile. Cole got his spot all set up. How long have you guys been watching that deer that's here?
2 years.
2 years? So he's got a buck called Curly. The big challenge is the season opens on Saturday in a different zone where he can hunt velvet bucks, and it doesn't open here for another 2.5 weeks. So time will tell if we wait for Curly or if the pressure gets too much and he goes to hunt a velvet buck. But either way, you're in here and you got it all set up, eh?
Yep.
And it's a pretty cool spot right on the river. Pretty neat day, so. Well, I knew that day there's no way we would ever hunt that spot. There was no way that a 12-year-old boy was gonna wait 15 additional days to hunt his first Saskatchewan whitetail. So as soon as we got home, me and the kids loaded up to go set up a blind at the farm where I knew there were several good bucks and where the season opened 15 days earlier. We're setting up the homestand and we're setting it up probably maybe a week before season, and we're late because we've actually never ever hunted at home. So Taylor said that that's ridiculous because there's a bunch of bucks here, but I've got a feeling that there might be some hunting in 2018 at the homestand. So. Once set up, the bucks that I knew from summer were right there, and I had my eye on a pair that had been traveling together, a narrow tall brow tine 5x5 and an exceptionally heavy 4x4. And just as I suspected, patience got the best of Cole, and I got the call on day 3 that Cole wasn't waiting 15 more days to hunt, he was ready now. Perfect. Getting a ride from Mom, Cole arrived at the farm, and without even being prompted, Cole unpacked his father's Excalibur Assassin to take a few practice shots and make sure that everything was still lined up. Lined up and ready, Cole and I were headed out. just got in the home blind with Cole, and he's ready to do some shooting. There's a few bucks here to take a look at. There's one buck here that he was looking at pictures of that looked good, but there's quite a few here, so I guess it all depends on what comes and what the boss decides he wants to do, if we see anything. It didn't take long after getting settled for the deer to begin to move. As the evening carried on, the wind picked up, but we were still seeing bucks, hoping one would show the Cole light, and something told me that tonight, that wasn't going to be a problem.
This segment of Canadian Whitetail is brought to you by Nocturnal Lighted Nocks. Nocturnal Lighted Nocks, string activated, simple, switch on accuracy, and let it glow. This segment has been brought to you by the Heater Bodysuit. The Heater Bodysuit is the ultimate cold weather hunting garment that allows you to stay on stand longer and sit comfortably. The Heater Bodysuit. You stay warm or your money back.
As we sat, fate was proving helpful as Cole was seeing buck after buck. They kept getting bigger, and Cole kept getting more interested. I couldn't help but smile as buck after buck passed through. No one deserved an evening like this more than Cole, even though I know we probably had a helping hand that night. As the evening wore on, I was hoping that we might see one of the two big bucks. I looked up into the west, and there was not one, but both the narrow 5 and the heavy 8. An unbelievable night in the deer stand. Cole now had a decision to make. With Cole saying he really wanted the velvet buck, now we just needed a shot. And with so many other bucks around, getting that shot was about to prove more difficult than imagined. Always a buck in front or behind the big velvet 8, and with the narrow 10 bossing him around, Cole couldn't get a shot, but stayed firm that he was waiting on the velvet buck. The narrow 10 turned, and there presented Cole with a clean shot at the velvet 8, and Cole was ready.
Welcome to this week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment. Locate, learn, set up, hunt. Brought to you by Muddy Outdoors.
Well, it's early September, the weather's gorgeous, the deer are moving, and in a lot of places in North America, season's already open. Most of the bucks have shed their velvet, but those deer are still moving in bachelor groups. One little tip when out scouting those deer, when you see the bucks in bachelor groups, more often than not, those deer like to hang out with other deer in that same age class. A lot of the younger bucks you'll find hanging out together, as well as a lot of the middle age and older age class bucks hanging out together. It's a lot like school. You don't see a lot of seniors wanting to hang around with kindergarten kids, and the deer are generally no different. There are times you might see an upper age class buck out with a younger bachelor group, but more often than not, that's in a field, and that can be a deceiving result because quite often that bachelor group of young bucks might be out feeding that field. That upper age class buck, he just hit that field as well. And you see them all together, and it looks like they're traveling together when it might not be the case. Chances are, if you look or you put up a stealth cam on the edge of the bush and you start watching where the deer are entering that field from, the younger bucks will kind of be grouped together and the older bucks will be grouped together. So you want to focus on where those more mature bucks are hitting that field and where they're traveling together as well. Quite often this time of year, before the deer start to get too competitive, when you find one upper age class buck, you'll find the others in that area. With the exception to that being those extreme upper age class bucks. When they get into that 10, 11, 12-year-old range, Deer that have actually lived that long, those bucks we find tend to be quite reclusive. When we watch those extreme upper age class bucks come out into a field even, they'll often feed away from the other deer. They often don't want anything to do with them, they just want to be by themselves. But just like that deer wanting to be alone, a deer in that extreme upper age class is also the exception. More often than not, we're targeting those deer that are 6, 7, 8 years old, and this time of year, they're going to be together. And that's your Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment for the week.
This week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment has been brought to you by Muddy Outdoors. Share your own muddy moment. Canadian Whitetail has also been brought to you by Central Boiler Outdoor Furnaces, the ultimate wood heat, Black Eagle Arrows, superior carbon technology, Thermoseed, stay outdoors, Tinks, makers of the world's finest deer lures and scents, Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow.
Before the break, not one, but both of the target bucks had made an appearance. Cole was patient and made his decision, waiting for a good shot. Shortest tracking job ever, Cole. And that's a wrap. So we had probably every buck in this half of the country come tonight. And the 5x5 that we kind of sat for, he came, but he was in hardhorn, and then this heavy 8-pointer came. So I said to Cole, you shoot the one you want to shoot, and he said, I kind of would like to shoot the velvet one. The light is fading, and I'm thinking, oh my God, do we really have this deer at 17 yards, and Cole's not going to get a shot because there was always either a deer behind him, or that 5x5 was really bossing him around, hey?
Yeah.
What do you think? You shot a whitetail in Texas?
Yep.
This is your first Saskatchewan whitetail, the first year you're allowed to hunt in your home province, hey?
Yep.
Bear this spring?
Yep.
Big whitetail? While packing up, Cole made a call to his mom, and I couldn't help but to see the pride on his face mixed with the emotion of not being able to share this with his dad. But most of all, the strength to keep everything together because we both knew well that Jason was there.
Hello?
Deer down.
Yes. Good job, buddy. Is it all nice one? Velvet or hardhorn?
Velvet.
Awesome. That's so awesome. And did you see it drop?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, I'm so proud of you. We're on our way out there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, right there. I see the nocturnal glowing right there. Oh, he's right there, Cole. Oh, that's a big horn, hey? He is heavy too, hey? Oh, he's a nice buck, Cole. Yeah, you did. Holy smokes.
That is one big deer.
The mass though, hey?
Yeah.
Velvet still in good shape?
Yep. Whew.
Man, I'm so pumped for you. That's awesome.
I'm speechless.
Heavy, cool buck.
Awesome velvet buck.
That is awesome. It's a little windy, so you might have trouble hearing us, but we wanted to kind of film this in the light instead of walking all the way back and getting mics and stuff. But that's a pretty heavy buck. He's been here all year. Now that we're looking at him, he got himself a stomper of a deer.
Cole, are you kidding me? First sit this year?
Man, is that a nice deer, buddy.
Congrats, bud.
Wow. That is awesome. Look at that jumper. That is awesome.
Well, what's left to say? We're so proud of Cole for so many reasons, and not just because he took an incredible first Saskatchewan buck. Congratulations, Cole. You definitely are your father's son.
Dad, I'm proud of you. Never thought this day would get here. Looking back on good times we shared as I say goodbye to you one last time. Thanks.
Good job, buddy. You drilled him. Cole just shot his first archery whitetail. There. Oh, I have so much fun with you kids.
You push me to be strong, and I know that you're with me, so I'll keep moving on. And one day I hope that I can fill your shoes. One day I wanna be just like you, 'cause Dad, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I am so proud of you, buddy. I am so proud of you.
This segment has been brought to you by Wild Edge and the ultimate climbing system, the Step Ladder. Safely design your climb in any tree, anywhere, with the most versatile, lightweight, and compact climbing system, the Step Ladder. Canadian Whitetail has also been brought to you by these fine sponsors: